Have you ever walked outside in the middle of summer and thought, I don't think it's ever been this hot? Chances are, you're probably right. According to NASA, in the last 40 years, we've had the warmest years ever recorded. My name is Susan Boyd, and I am going to give you the facts of climate change. The 6 warmest summers have all taken place after 2014, with 2016 being the hottest. Most scientists blame humans for this great change. We have increased CO2 emissions by 1/3 since the Industrial Revolution, which was between 1760 and 1840. Although it has only warmed up about 2 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 19th century, that is still an incredible change. The most common phrases associated with climate change are the greenhouse gases and greenhouse effect. What are they and why are they important? Greenhouse gases are gases that absorb infrared radiation. In simple terms, they trap heat within the atmosphere. The gases that cause this are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor, and fluorinated gases, all of which are naturally occurring except for fluorinated gases. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth's surface. When the sun's energy reaches the Earth's atmosphere, some of it is reflected back into space and the rest is absorbed and re-radiated throughout the atmosphere. The absorbed energy warms the atmosphere and the surface of the Earth. This increase of heat is called global warming, which has been a debate among people for decades, due to the fact that people believe the government made it up. However, the rate at which the greenhouse effect is taking place is alarming. Because of the large CO2 emissions, the atmosphere does not have enough strength to reflect the sun's energy back into space quickly. Moreover, trees and plants do not have enough time to make enough oxygen to balance the CO2. According to National Geographic, by 2050, sea levels are predicted to rise between 1 and 2.3 feet as glaciers melt. This is a diagram from NASA, and it shows the carbon dioxide levels for the past millennium. As you can see, there are natural rises and falls to CO2 levels. However, for the past 100 years, there has been a consistent rise without any indication to whether there will be a fall. The higher it goes, the harder it will be to return the planet back to its original state. There are other contributing factors to climate change, for example, livestock and natural disasters such as volcanic eruptions and land-related reasons that increase CO2 emissions. Land use contributes to about 1/4 of global greenhouse gas emissions. For example, CO2 emissions from deforestation, CH4 emissions from rice and ruminant livestock, and N2O emissions from fertilizer use. Unfortunately, the damage that has been done to the atmosphere cannot be undone by mankind. However, there are ways we can lower CO2 emissions. First and foremost, speak up. Contact elected officials and push for them to vote for environment-safe policies and spread the word that the planet is in danger on social media. Power your homes with renewable energy. By using environment-safe energy like LED lights, you can save the atmosphere and save some money on the electric bill. Also, use energy-safe appliances. According to the NRDC, efficiency standards for dozens of appliances and products have kept 2.3 billion tons of carbon dioxide out of the air. That's the same amount that is brought forth by 440 million cars each year. Seal all drafts in your home because heating and air conditioners are one of the highest contributors to CO2. Save water because it takes a lot of energy to pump, heat, treat, clean the water that you're drinking and you're using on your bodies. The EPA estimates that if 1 out of every 100 homes in America were fitted with water-efficient fixtures, about 100 million kilowatt hours of electricity per year would be saved, avoiding 80,000 tons of global warming pollution. As surprising as it is, become a vegetarian. Approximately 10% of U.S. energy goes into growing, processing, packaging, and shipping food, about 40% of which winds up in the landfill. And since livestock products are among the most resource intensive to produce, eating more meat-free meals can make a big difference too. Drive a fuel-efficient vehicle. For good reason. Relative to a national fleet of vehicles that averaged only 28.3 miles per gallon in 2011, Americans will spend $80 million less at the pump each year and cut their automotive emissions by half. Keep your car in good condition. If all Americans kept their tires properly inflated, we could save 1.2 billion gallons of gas each year. A simple tune-up can boost miles per gallon anywhere from 4% to 40%. And a new air filter can get you a 10% boost. Rethink planes, trains, and automobiles. Choosing to live in walkable, smart growth cities and towns with quality public transportation leads to less driving, less money spent on fuel, and less pollution in the air. Less frequent flying can make a big difference too. Due to human interference, CO2 emissions have gone up tremendously. The large increase is because of the advancements of technology and transportation. Although the damage can never be undone, there are still many ways we can help keep the planet safe. The biggest would be lowering our carbon footprint. The quicker we start thinking about our planet and how to keep it here, the better. Climate change is the biggest factor of how long we get to call Earth our home. Once we focus on keeping our home safe and cool, the better we will be in the long run.